All right. All right. Good evening. My name is Rich Ivanovich, and I'm. You ready? Okay. Good evening. My name is Rich Ivanovich, and I am the attorney representing the Covenant Church going through an amendment to the Heavenly PUD. With me tonight is John Hunter with the church and Sharon Uppenauer with Grady Minor, and Tim Finn is the county planner who is also here as part of the process. The county establishes and requires that a neighborhood information meeting be held as you're going through the amendment process to an existing PUD or for the establishment of a new PUD. With the COVID virus that is in our community, we are doing both live and virtual neighborhood information meetings. We have nobody here from the public at the meeting, but I will go ahead and do the full presentation for those who are participating virtually. If you'll go to the next slide, please. The current zoning for the property is the Heavenly Community Facility Plan Unit Development, and the existing future land designation is urban residential under the comprehensive plan. The project is approximately 16 acres, and as most of you probably live in the Pine Ridge community or nearby the Pine Ridge community, you're aware of where the church is located. It's off of Trail Boulevard, which also fronts US 41. You have Ridge Drive to the north, you have Myrtle Road to the south, and you have west to the east of the property, surrounding the full 15.9 acres. The PUD that currently exists allows for essentially two churches to occur on the 15.9 acres. It contemplated that Covenant might at some day in the future buy the church that was located at the northeast quadrant of the property, and then the property would be consolidated into one church campus. We're here basically to clean up the PUD to allow for that reconfiguration of the church. And we're also here to do some slight increases to the overall square footage allowed on the church. The PUD currently allows for a total worship space of 33,600 square feet. We're increasing that to 35,000 square feet. We're also increasing the overall allowed square footage on the property, which is currently 96,000, to allow for up to 123,000 square feet. As I'll get into some later slides, that's primarily to address a slightly larger area for the mirror of the fellowship hall portion of the building. That will be an educational building to allow for a little extra square foot there, and to also allow for a little additional square footage for what will be the relocated administrative services portion of the building. We'll also be removing the child and adult daycare, pre-K and kindergarten school uses that are currently in the PUD. We'll be adding an outdoor recreation area, which is currently where the administrative buildings are located, and the administrative buildings will be relocated to where the other church exists on the northeast quadrant of the property. We're going to be adding 2 deviations to the PUD, and I'll briefly go through those. If you'll go to the next slide, please. Oh. The 2 deviations allow for us to put a fence around the play area where children will be allowed to play, and that is obviously for security and safety reasons for the children that are playing there. Currently, you're not allowed to have a fence that extends beyond the front facade of the main structure, and we're allowing for a fence there, as well as the play area can substitute and be used as grass parking, so we're asking for a deviation to not be required to have paved areas in between the grass parking spaces, so the entire area can be a play area for children. Next slide, please. This is the currently approved master plan. As I had mentioned, in the northeast corner, which was formerly Track B, that is the existing, that's the second church that's on this site, and I think is currently being used for another ministry of this church, but allowing for church services to occur on that site. In the northwest corner, which is being labeled as landscape enhanced dry retention, that's the area where the current houses and office, well, they're houses, but they're actually used as office buildings. Those will be going away. And on the next slide is the proposed master plan that shows in the northeast corner the new church offices. That will be a one-story building that will be architecturally compatible with the current existing building. And in the northwest corner, you'll see the outdoor play area will be replacing the existing administrative offices. On this master plan, you'll see that the overall envelope of where the church facilities can be located, the building we're in right now, the existing fellowship hall and classroom space, as well as the new expansion, the new building will all be in the same area that was previously approved. The number of approved sanctuary seats is currently 1,200. That's staying at 1,200, so there's no increase there. Really, the changes are simply to allow for accessory uses to occur as contemplated, but Covenant is in I think, a unique and fortunate situation that families with children are coming to the church and they need more space to minister to the children and youth that are attending this church, and that's the reason for the slight expansion in accessory use space for that ministry as well as for the administrative offices. The traffic numbers will remain the same and frankly will ultimately go down since we're giving up the school use and the child care use. And with that, that's the overall summary of what we're proposing to do. If you have any questions regarding the petition, Tim Finn with the county is your contact person, and Tim's phone number is 239-252. What's the rest, Tim? What? 4312. So 252-4312 is Tim's number. And if you want to talk to the consulting team, ask for Sharon at Grady Minor, and that's 239-947-1144. And obviously you can contact John Hunter at Covenant Church. And with that, I think I've covered everything that needs to be covered. And if you have any questions, call any one of us, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you.